You know what we ought to,
Yeah.
The other thing I'd like to talk about, Dan, later is how to get, what school's all about. How do you use your brain in school, basically.
Yeah.
Brain 101. It's my talk, inspirational talk. Anybody, I hope, who hears me will be a better student afterwards. It explains why you have to be. Anyway, but now we were talking about
Marblehead Mass and
and the competition, the stereo competition. Well, everybody has a hobby. My hobby was recording classical music on the radio, and I had recorders this big and then recorders a little smaller. And
what year was this?
75, 76, 77. So
where were you living?
Marblehead, Mass. It's a little town just north of Boston on a peninsula pointing at Europe. It's way out in the ocean. Beautiful place. And a wonderful 19th century apartment with all southern windows. It was solar heating, Civil War style, right? The sun would come up in the morning and the furnace would go off. And 6 in the evening, you'd be sitting there bathed in the last of the sunset. Vroom, you hear the furnace start up again, right? Wonderful place. And it cost nothing, probably $250 a month or something like that in those days. A gift, including heat. Those were the days, Dan. So, and then I had this job over on 128, which was now the ring road around Boston, now called 95.
That's right, yeah.
Anyway, I had a long commute. Fortunately, but when I got the job, I said to my girlfriend, I think a girlfriend of Wayne, Linda, I said, geez, it's an hour and 15-minute drive over there to Framingham, I think, yeah. And she said to me, with a great New Jersey accent, oh, I love the drive. I can't imitate the Jersey accent. I said, yeah, why not? I'll just love the drive. And, of course, I had a beautiful Chrysler, beautiful New Yorker, wonderful car, so it wasn't a bad drive, And on the way home, I just light up a joint. I have a three-way seat in the car and light up a joint. Now, the wonderful thing about Boston is you got, at that time of night when I was going home from work, you've got 3 or 4 string quartets playing simultaneously on FM on different stations.
You're kidding.
No. Well, 3. Up to 3, because there's 3 classical music stations about that time of night. They want something nice and calm for the people in the traffic. You got Beethoven, Mozart. It's wonderful, right? Debussy. So I'd light up, pull a J out of the ashtray. I'd been straight all day. Get going, 55 miles an hour, whatever, and then you hit the button here in the seat. You just literally lie down in your car.
Really?
You're looking over a hood it looks like 8 miles long, and absolutely silent in this car. The Lincoln had glass this thick in the windows, and 600 pounds of soundproofing on the Lincoln Mark III, right? So you're on a magic carpet. You don't hear the roads. You don't hear anything, right? Except the classical music, Stereo in your car, which, as you know, is about the best you can get.
Great car, huh?
Yeah, so, like that all the way home. And of course, not going into work. That's how I lose most of my jobs. I get into a good baggie or a good piece of hash. I can't make it to work. So, I just can't. People depend on me too much.
Well, it's a great car to drive home from work in.
Oh, man, the Mark III. That Mark III is so fast. I'll tell you, I went to an auction at the Boston Museum of Transport. Freezing day in December, they were auctioning off their cars. This had been owned by the owner of Jack Frost Sugar Company, very wealthy man. He was only selling it because he'd found a much younger one. And I got in it. I bought 2 cars already, auction fever. Bought 2 Chryslers for a total of about $150.
Wow.
And gave one to my dad. And so then I made the mistake of getting in the Mark III. It's got to be the prettiest interior ever designed in history in a car. Red, all burgundy leather, but just the design of the dash, everything, like going to paradise. And I got it for a song as well. So that's what I ride to work. And it was I had a big Chrysler then with a 350 horsepower engine. This car got me to work 10 minutes quicker without trying. First, right after I got the car, I kept getting to work about 15 minutes early. It just went away from a light silently. It went away like a rocket sledge, Poof.
What year was this?
77, yeah, around there, 78. Yeah, 76, somewhere around there. What a car.
All right.
Bad for the back, though. I popped my back sitting in that bench seat in there, Not a good car for the, really bad. My daughter came over to visit me, and I was house sitting for a friend. I was flat on the floor when she got there.